This evening's episode of EastEnders opened with Tina Carter, played by Luisa Bradshaw-White, experiencing a sleepless night. In last night's episode, Tina remembered something harrowing in the E20 club with Stuart Highway, Ricky Champ. But while she tried to SOL on with her life, she began to come away at the seams. After a fiery breakfast barn with Mick Carter, Danny Dyer, Tina returned to work at the cafe with Kathy Beale, Gillian Tailforth, but she couldn't concentrate, leaving her to make a number of mistakes on her first shift back. These unfortunate issues lead Kathy to shout at her, causing her to finally break down. As Sonia Fowler, Natalie Cassidy, arrived at the cafe, she spotted what was going on and brought Tina home with her to figure out what was wrong. But she wasn't expecting the story that Tina had in store for her, as she emotionally regaled her with a terrifying tale from her youth. Tina explained that, as a youngster, she had been drinking heavily with Stuart before she blacked out and found herself in the boot of car. She went on to explain that she was tied up, and most of her clothes were missing. The car drove around erratically, which violently threw her around inside the vehicle, whilst a dance song played on loop loud enough she couldn't hear anything else. When the car eventually stopped, Tina smelled burning, and smoke filled her lungs. But when the boot opened, she realized a pair of tires had been set on fire nearby to make her think the car she was in was on fire. Although she blacked out the traumatic event from her mind ever since, hearing the same song in the club last night brought it all back to her. Tina's revelation has left her angry, upset, and hungry for revenge against Stuart. With Linda, with Ollie. Sonia added, "He's with Mick." What if one day, and as Tina returned to the Queen Vic, she saw Stuart walking into the pub? Realizing she needs to get her own back on him, she grit her teeth and growled, "It's all him, he is evil. He is going to pay." But will she tell Mick and work together with him to take down the heinous villain? Or will Mick not believe her story and tell her to get over her fears? Considering Linda Carter, Kelly Bright, saw a dark side of Stuart earlier this week, she may be eager to help Tina on her quest. Could viewers see Tina and Linda work together to take down Stuart once and for all? EastEnders continues Monday at 8 p.m. on 1.